Hey, if you're curious about what's in store for February for the element fire, stay tuned to find out.
So as you can see in the description below, this video is for the zodiac signs Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius for the month of February 2019. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm Agi Sheen, a spiritual healer and tarot reader. Let's begin. Not yet. So I hope everything is all good. At least by February. January was a very rough time. We had a government shutdown, and if a lot of you had a government job, I feel bad because, again, no money was spent. The resources were at a hole. And one thing the fire signs hate is stagnation. Not moving is the same thing as death to them. They need excitement. They need creativity, inspiration. That's what drives the fire signs. With that being said, how did you utilize your resources? How did you think outside the box and use your ingenuity for the month of January? So, what challenges and obstacles will the fire signs face, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, for the first week of February 2019, from the 1st to the 7th? First week of February. Fire signs. 1st to the 7th. Show me a clear message. The fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And I have to pull one because it keeps giving me a whole cluster. That's okay. It's still all divine timing. First week, we have the King of Wands, which is befitting for the fire signs. Of course, the King of Wands would show up. Fire wants to be first. It has to be first. Now with that, what does this king bring? What does this king energy bring? He brings authority. He brings clear vision. He has all the creative ideas, and he is willing to share that with everyone who will listen. And if you don't listen, he's going to do it anyway, and regardless how you feel about it. He's independent, innovative. This is the kind of person that says sorry versus excuse me. What's going on the second week for the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, from the 8th to the 14th? Show me a clear message. Show me a clear message for the fire signs. We have the gifted, the all gifted. So I know a lot of you aren't familiar with this card. This card is associated with this deck. I'm using the apocalyptic deck, but in essence, it's an extra card that I chose to put into the deck because, again, the all gifted is everything. It's almost kind of like the world card. You have the potential, or I want to say more so like the Fool card. But whereas the Fool is innocent, this person is more mature. This person is aware that they have the infinite potential for chaos, and great accomplishment. But it's all in how will you wield this weapon? How do you choose to wield this weapon? In Pandora's box, she held all the world's fears and despair, but also she held the world's goodness as well in that box. With that being said, what's going on for the third week of February 2019 for the fire signs Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius from the 15th to the 21st? One second. What's going on the third week of February 2019 for the fire signs? Let's see. Okay. So the third week we have the Seven of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, followed by the Page of Wands. Conflicting emotions that are competing with each other. All have equal opportunity, but which one do you really want? Which one glows the brightest? Which one calls out to your heart the most? And then following that, we have this Ace of Pentacles, because whichever one of these cups you choose, it's going to lead to financial stability, vitality, overall abundance, dealing with the physical well-being, comfort and luxury. Whatever these relationships or whatever these offers that are being presented to you, it's going to provide you with prosperity, comfort, and more money coming in. But also following that, you have to whether you're dealing with someone younger than you who has a tough time with communicating, or says anything or the first thing that comes to their mind, which I know fire signs can be culprits of from time to time. Watch your words, making sure that you're not allowing your emotions to guide your communication. Because again, you're swinging this sword recklessly. A lot of people can get burned or, cut in this instance. And you don't want to cut out people that, are actually good for you and, are harmonious with your energy. So if this is you showing up as somewhat immature, think before you speak. Process your thoughts and your emotions together, and then go forth. Because again, remember I said the first week you had the King of Wands. The King of Wands can be harsh, but it's not his goal is to be harsh. His goal is to create, be innovative. And these ideas that he has, he's using them skillfully, versus this page that's using their mind as a weapon in essence. They're not completely aware of it, but again, others can get hurt because they say the first thing that comes to their mind. So what's going on for the fourth week of February 2019 for the fire signs Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius from the 22nd to the 28th? Right. What's going on the fourth week? What's going on the fourth week of February for the fire signs? What obstacles, energies they will be dealing with? We have the World, which is very interesting because I elaborated on it earlier without even thinking about it, but it chose to show up because it was going to show up. This is a new chapter coming to a close. You've learned the lessons of the obstacles you've been faced with, and you came out on top victorious. This again, like I said, the third week you have opportunities being presented to you, and these opportunities are going to lead to previous chapters in your life closing and new chapters that are going to provide stability, financial security, overall emotional well-being during the fourth week. So pretty good spread for the fire signs. Pretty good. Bottom of the deck, we have the Hangman, and you see the fire underneath them, which is very befitting for the fire reading. This is telling me, you're choosing to be in the situation that you're in, but ultimately it's ultimately, by changing your perspective about the situation, will be how you advance or how you stay stagnant, in essence. Because remember I said you had this, the all gifted card, Pandora's box. What will you choose to release from that box? In that box may even be your heart or your mind, but what will you choose to release from it? But let's clarify. Excuse me, my nose is itching. Let's clarify this King of Wands. Who is this King of Wands, and what message does he have for us for the first week of February for the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius? Interesting. We have the King of Cups. Your polarity coming out. So again, the need to balance emotions. Or this could be you dealing with, some of the fire signs could be dealing with a water sign. It may be possibly a Scorpio or Cancer or Pisces, but I'm getting more so Scorpio. One more clarifier. What is this King of Wands? Clarify this King of Wands. Oh my goodness. The kings are showing up for the fire signs. We have the King of Swords. So this can be three strong personalities coming forth. Three strong personalities coming forth. Or it could be you, but two aspects of yourself. The side of you that has all the feelings and, the emotions, and then the side of you that is clear thinking and somewhat harsh, but level-headed, and you're going from A to B. You're eliminating all of the extra steps that are standing in front of you and your goal. Very interesting. I've never seen a clarifier show like this. Or it could be just the three aspects of the fire sign showing up. Whether, Leo is at the top. Leo's at the top. What's this called? Sagittarius is showing up as this King of Cups, and even Aries showing up as this King of Swords. However you choose to think about it. It's quite interesting though. Now let's clarify this all gifted. Why is the all gifted here the second week of February 2019 for the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius? We have Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, again showing up. And then we have this Five of Cups. Now what does that tell me? That tells me that some of you have been planting seeds, or the ideas that you've created, or you've jotted down, or you've actually started putting in the footwork for that idea to manifest. The universe is asking you to be patient, to focus on what it is that you actually want. And I think it's interesting that another seven showed up, but this time in the earthly plane or the physical plane, because you had to show up in the emotional plane. But again, that's in the third week, but in the second week, it's showing up in the physical plane. What do you want, or what opportunity that you want, that you planted in the past, that you actually want a tree to grow from, that you want abundance to grow from? Because again, by putting energy towards that and focusing on that, something has to go. Something will be left behind in the past. And that's okay, because again, what it's going to replace it is so much better. So don't spend your time in the second week crying over spilled milk, crying over what you've left behind, because again, leaving it behind was the best decision for you. It may feel like, it was, dire, and I'm sure it could have been dire, but again, by releasing during this season, which we're in the season of Aquarius, which Aquarius is all about expanding and expansion of the mind and detaching from what is no longer serving or what does not work. It can seem chaotic. Aquarius's energy can seem chaotic because it's ruled by Uranus, the planet of chaos, non-conformity. So don't conform to the normal ways of doing things. You know, again, you have to think out of the box, and the universe and fire signs are all about thinking outside of the box and thinking about inspiration. They're always looking for that spark, that flame. That's what excites them. So again, let go of what is not going to bring your heart the most satisfaction. You know, your main thing you need to do is focus on the task at hand. What is it that you actually want, fire signs? Whether it's money, whether it's, you know, whether you've been working on your body, your self-image, something that you've been working on, the universe is asking you to be patient, because again, by you being patient, now you're being receptive and open so that the universe can just reach forth this hand and provide you with the stability that you've been looking for. And if you see it, it's giving you, almost in essence, think of it as this coin that it's giving to you will allow you to pass through this doorway. Think of it as a toll road. Like, you know, in order to get through this path and whatnot and everything, you need substance, you need money, you need strength, physical strength. And by being patient and allowing the universe to give it to you, now you can pass through this doorway. Now let's clarify this third week for the fire signs. Why is the Seven of Cups here? Which are the fire signs conflicted about with the Seven of Cups? What is the Seven of Cups here? Oh, two cards. We have the Nine of Cups and the World card showing up again. You have a lot of abundance coming forth. The only thing the universe is asking for you to do is practice gratitude. Be appreciative of what you have or what you had, because by doing that and everything, now again, the universe can provide you with more. You know, when we're grateful for the things that we have, we're setting ourselves up so that they will always remain in our life, or that good things and prosperous things and beautiful things will always remain in our life. We focus on what we don't have, which is why you had the Five of Cups show up. That's a card focusing on lack, scarcity in our life, emotional scarcity, or lack of emotional support, whether it's coming from other people or ourselves. We're not giving ourselves the emotional support. We're not being there for ourselves when we need to be there for ourselves, especially fire signs. You know, the fire signs can show up as a little bit selfless, but you know, that's a part of their energy, that internal flame, that beacon and that light. We look to the fire signs for that inspiration, that spark, that drive. But by the third week, you know, there's, like I said, there's an emotional confusion going on. What is it that my heart truly desires? And again, while focusing on what your heart truly desires, also practice gratitude for, again, what the universe has given to you, what other people have given to you, you know, the relationships in your life that actually give to you versus taking from you. You know, by realizing that, then you can make the next step, and then you can move forward with this World card. Because again, I said the World card is all about walking through a pathway. And then I said in the second week, you know, you have to remain open so you can get pay the toll so that you can walk through this this doorway. And what if the toll is patience? You know, that's the currency that you need to walk through this doorway. Being patient with yourself and other people if they're not moving as fast as you. And then at the same time, Aquarius energy can make you feel more so impatient, because Aquarius can be impatient. Or the season can really make you impatient. Or it can add fuel to your fire, in essence. Aquarius can really like gaslight you. But you have a lot of prosperous things coming in. A lot of things that are going to bring you adoration and praise and victory. But also, don't get too full of yourself, because with these big things coming in, humble yourself a bit. And you know, maybe some people are like, I know I want to humble myself, but it's like when you don't tell people, unless, let me say this, if you know you're the shit, why do you have to say that you are? You know, allow others to see it. By doing and focusing on yourself and everything, others will see your glow and see your light. There's no need to do extra. I mean, I know with Aquarius and fire, that can be fire signs. It can be very extra, but resist the urge to be too extra. Because again, you already glow, so you don't need to put on for anyone. Your light is seen for all. It is seen by all, I should say. Sorry. Let me clarify this Ace of Pentacles. What opportunities coming through and coming forth for the fire signs? Eight of Pentacles. Okay, projects again. Projects you've been working on and setting in motion. You know, you're going to receive the benefit of it very soon. Very soon. But only if you remain focused in getting all of the research that you can about the situation. Money is definitely coming in, but only if you hone your crafts, hone your skills, whatever it is that you're really good at, you know, whatever it is that you're really whatever it is you're really good at is going to provide you with, again, this adoration, this completion, and it's going to open up a whole new world for you. Now let's clarify this Page of Swords. What message does this Page of Swords have for us? The fire signs for February 2019 for the third week. Oh, there we go. Let's see what we have. Movement, momentum. Whatever your heart desire, you are receiving it. You are moving closer towards it, and it's from this hard work. You're going to receive, again, like I said, you're going, by you being patient and working on yourself and working on your skill, now you set yourself up for the universe to give you the tool that you needed to walk through this doorway, and now it's bringing you a message of movement, momentum. Now your heart and your mind are in unison with your soul. Your soul purpose is now emerging on the forefront. Keep this momentum going, and again, because like I said, by the fourth week you have this world card. Excuse me. By this fourth week you have this world card. You know, and it doesn't mean that the work is done. It just means that, okay, you've completed this level of the game. Now on to the new level. And then again, the fire signs never want to be done. They never want to be done. They're constantly searching for the flame. Constantly. Ooh, these cards are all over the place. Sorry. But hold on, let me stop talking. I saw you keep jumping. Let's clarify this world card for the fourth week of February for the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. What is this completion that the fire signs will have? Oh my goodness. Page of Swords. Okay, messages coming through. Again, it's interesting that this Page of Swords came up. Some of you can be dealing with someone who is very immature or very impatient. But let me clarify one more card. Interesting. Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. So again, it's like I see this energy of impatience, and then remember to be patient. You know, or not even remember to be, well, yeah, remember to be patient, you know, that's always a good thing. But also at the same time, be cautious. You know, this is a type of movement. Again, it's followed by, well, after the third week, we have, you know, the Chariot card clarifying, you know, this Page of Swords. But this is a type of movement. He's still moving. It may not seem like he's moving, but he's examining the area. He's analyzing his surrounding area before he moves forward, because he's not about to make any rash decisions. And being that it's following this Page of Swords, the fire signs have a tendency to make rash decisions. You know, saying the first thing that comes to mind. If you really want this completion, which could be ultimately having more patience for yourself or patience for the things that you're working on, you have to be cautious. You have to make sure each step is for a purpose, not just based on an emotion. Each step needs to mean something. Because by planning things out ahead, now you set the foundation for you to step up on another pedestal, you know, and that's going to bring you closer to your goal. Think of it as steps. You know, like I said, like we had this Eight of Pentacles during the third week. He's he's really, or let me show you the card again. This Eight of Pentacles, he's really honing his craft. These coins, in essence, are steps. And he's nailing them to the tree so that he can climb this tree. So that he can reach greater heights. And if you want that, you have to really start analyzing things and not just reacting out of your emotions, not just doing things out of your emotions. Bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Cups. Don't dwell on what was, or this could be you getting in touch with your inner child again, your inner innocence, I should say, and that right there is going to help provide fuel for you for more creative ideas. That again, creative ideas that you're supposed to be analyzing and editing, so that they are stable foundations for you to move forward. We have to look at the past. Remember what doesn't work and what does work, and then utilize that for our present so that we can get further. But let's do one more guidance card for each of the 4 weeks of February. Show me a guidance card for the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius for the first week of February. What guidance do they need for the first week? And this is the Angel Tarot by Doreen Virtue. What's the first week guidance? Oh. First week guidance. Again, we have the Eight of Earth. Skilled work is rewarded, learning all that there is about a topic, going back to school. So again, planning things out. You have great vision, but having great vision means nothing if you can't solidify it or turn it into something, because all it is just a thought. We have to be able to get all of the research that we can so that we know, again, how to move forward. I guess that what just came to my mind was Rome wasn't built in a day. It was just steps. We all have to go through steps. And a lot of the times, Aquarius likes to skip steps. It likes to cheat, or doesn't like to do the work, in essence. I've noticed that with Aquarius. And this season's going to ask you, you have to do the work. Capricorn was showing you the work that you needed to do. And by February, you should be rewarded. You should be being rewarded for the work that you've done in January. So let's clarify the second week of February for the fire signs. What guidance do they need the second week of February? Oh, I'm popping right out. We have Page of Earth. Good news about financial matters. Wanting to do something more challenging, a new area of study. Again, by the second week, your guidance is to start planning in things. Put things down on paper, Instead of just talking about it and not being serious, all you're doing is just blowing hot air. We can't be blowing hot air. And then with all of this Earth, because again, you had the Seven of Pentacles and this Ace of Pentacles, you need to actually plant those seeds, plant those thoughts. Show me a guidance card for the third week of February for the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. We have the King of Air showing up again, because he showed up in the first week. Speak your mind with confidence, seek out professional advice, balance mental and emotional considerations. So remember I said in the third week you're a little bit confused about what your heart desires. Once you can see which goal shines the brightest, use that mind skillfully to cut out anything that's unnecessary, because you are done with it. The universe is saying be done with it, because by going back and forth you're dwelling. You're vacillating, and we can't vacillate. This looping that's going on, it needs to stop. You need to really decide on what it is that you want and move forward in that direction. And let's clarify one more guidance card for the 4th week of February. Ooh. New card. 4th week of February for the first. Should be guidance. Two of air. Make the decision. With this 2 of air, this is the vacillating card. You may have eliminated, bigger things that were on your plate, but there's still one more decision that has to be made. Being able or unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending there is no problem. You may have eliminated 6 of those, or you may have eliminated 5 of those obstacles or those things that were distracting you, but there's still one more that is weighing heavily. Or at least there's still 2 more decisions that, you have to come to an agreement about something, or you have to face something about this situation. Is this situation helping me move forward, or is this situation helping me to stay stuck at where I'm at, in which the situation that I hate being, the situation in which I hate being is stuck or stagnant, By making this decision, you're moving forward, and you will walk through the doorway, but only by releasing what is still causing you to feel stuck. That's all I have for you this month. Hopefully I'll see you again in March, and have a good day. Bye.